Gotta get the what's it called? What's the thing called? The TV spot. Gotta get that ready. Copy link URL, make a new window. Find that, paste that in, pause it, make it all the way big. Who is that? Is that like Paul? Like, where's the link? Where do I go for the chat? Here or Skype? Here, though I will be. Paul, what do you want from me right now? Why am I liar? Good evening. Hey, Cellcast. Where's the comma? Did I forget a comma? Well, whatever. You know what? Guys can deal with it. No, there's a comma there. Liar. Yeah, I got it. In the title, you mean? Yeah, that's there. Hey, Bobo. Hold on. Josh is asking me a question. Comma, chameleon. Here, though, I will send a link to join in a sec. Yeah. Okay. Just getting this ready. 1 second, guys. Then Paul and Josh, if you're watching, Josh, I'll send you the link here in a second. I want to share screen. Make sure it's audio. Audio tab. Share audio. Yes, that one. There we go. Share. So that's ready. All right. Here comes the link, Paul. No, in the title of Liar, there really there isn't. I could have sworn there is. Let me hold the phone. Hold that phone right there. Dang it! You're right. Why did I? Decepted. So I'm still getting things ready, guys. There's still several things that I'm getting ready, but I will invite the guests, the Honorable Paul J. Powers. Here's that link. Here you go, Paul. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Hey, Raya. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've been here. Yes, and you're here for podcast night. Have you seen the movie Liar, Raya? Hey, John. Well. Hello. Babo says you love the Oxford comma and thought you put in it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Which is not the proper use of it, but still thought that kind of, yeah, exactly, Babo. You got it. Oh, my word. Okay, that's ready. Okay, now I need to get this ready. And there's Paul. Let me add him. Wow, Paul.
I'm echoing, by the way.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You should not be echoing anymore.
Hello, test. Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. That's amazing. I was gonna look for something to use. I'm a sad fool at the end of his pitiful rope, and I'm not ready.
Yeah, you don't need someone giving you looks like this the whole podcast.
Right. Okay, I need to get that out.
I'll be with you.
That back in here. Let's see. Okay. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone in chat's doing well. Paul, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Oh, good.
I'm
Glad to hear it.
in a different place in the house, so I'm
really?
testing. Yeah, no longer in the kitchen where
Josh.
I've been the past few months.
Hello.
Oh, you've been in the kitchen.
Welcome. Yeah, so now I'm in my new office, my new geeked in. So
fancy.
Well, not yet, but
it will be fancy.
Hopefully. I've been having problems with internet connections, so hopefully I got that all worked out.
Hopefully. So, Josh, I guess neither of us have really met you, but hi, Josh. I'm
Hi.
Francisco.
Hi.
And that's Paul.
I mean, we've kind of met. We've talked, just not.
I know. But it's always a new thing when it's like face to face. So it's nice to see you here. And
it's nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I was about to ask if that shirt is a take on Marvel Studios, but then I saw the 3000, so excellent.
Yeah.
Is it based on like Mystery Science Theater 3000?
No, it's based on a movie you haven't seen yet.
Oh, jeez, of course. Okay. It's called Jesus Loves You 3000?
Yes, you go out and watch it after this podcast.
All right, I'll get right on that. Okay.
It's actually a shirt from another podcast I listen to.
Oh,
nice.
really? Oh, cool.
There's more than one?
Yeah, I know. It's so weird.
Amazing.
It's a podcast called the Nerd of Godcast.
Oh,
yes.
Ashley
They're
will
the
know
ones
about
that
it.
took a break for a while, right? But now they're
Yes,
back.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Ashley will know about it. That's where I met Ashley, is through that
okay.
podcast.
Awesome.
We were on a break.
And how did you meet your cousin?
Probably through the
Dang it.
aunt or uncle.
Come on, don't tell me, Drew and Jacob. How did I know them as a pair? I have to say one of their names to get the other one.
Well, I met Jacob through being born.
Oh
actually.
wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a Jesus and John the Baptist situation. So which are you, Jesus or John?
I'd like to think I'm neither because I don't deserve to be compared to either one of them. Yeah.
Fair, very fair. Zalcast says, "Hey, howdy, Josh." Bob says, "Howdy, Josh," as well. Drew says, "He's come so far from his guest spot on the Cellcast." Whoa. I don't know. This might be a downgrade. Who knows? Josh, were you able to find a way to record on your end?
Yes, sir. I have Audacity, and it will let me export into .wave.
Perfect.
Excellent.
I made sure of that before I.
Well, you're
did
like a rock
anything.
star then. See, maybe
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you want to just take over the podcast then, Josh?
Yeah.
Here. Wow, Paul, thanks for that.
That wasn't me. That was Arnold.
Oh, okay. Arnold. Blame on him. Put
Yeah.
the cookie down.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
So yeah, just tell me when I need to hit record.
Oh, well, I'm still getting set up. Yeah, I will tell you.
He has a
right now-
checklist and he'll get to it.
Yeah, I'm a little
Awesome.
behind. I usually I'm not used to starting like with you guys until like for 5 minutes from now. So now,
Sorry.
now this
We're
intro
like 10 in.
stuff
We're a little early.
Yeah, exactly. But that's fine. I appreciate your guys' timeliness.
Yeah.
Much appreciate it. Okay, so I want.
That looks
this.
weird.
So I'm still trying to get the link sent out to people so that hopefully
Oh.
they'll join.
Well, that's really nice
Yeah.
of you. Thank you.
I would do that, but I've been told not to put links in posts. I know it's I know, but at least I didn't put it in the main one this time.
What's that kid gif? You don't know that
shitty
one? I think he's like an
Shitty one.
Asian or
Oh, where he's
Kid.
smiling and he's like, you guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You and your jokes, you.
Jokerson. Okay, gotta get this one. Edit. Okay, browse. It's gonna go not homeward bound anymore. This is.
Are we waiting for another guest?
Nope, it's just us. You're just
Okay.
waiting
Oh.
on me now. You're waiting on me. I
Okay.
am the
Because for some
What'd you call
reason, I thought we were having a fourth guest.
we were, but he did.
And then
he
now
had
we're
to,
not.
He decided to bow out.
Oh, that little liar.
No, oh my gosh. Paul.
Well, that's fine because I only got memories from one guest host, so that's good.
Okay. That's how it's supposed to work. Let's see.
The funny part, it took me like 2 days to write those. Because it was like the
your
instantly
memories?
when
Wow.
I knew I had to. Like I knew one from the middle and one from the end immediately. I had
Oh.
to like think about the beginning. It's like everything I remember is like middle and end.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
It's kind of like you watch. I don't know if this was true for you, but like if it
Wait,
would come on
Can you
cable,
guys hear this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Like you would, oh, it's on. I gotta watch this. So it's always like you watch the middle and end, and not the beginning as much.
Pretty much. Anytime it's on, I have to at least watch some of it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. It's one of those movies. Well, don't give away your rating so right now,
Well,
Josh.
I haven't-
Jeez.
That does not give away my rating.
Oh, so tragic, huh? I see. So you gave away your rating by not giving it away.
Exactly.
Okay. I think so.
I'm Detective John Kimball.
I'm trying to figure it
Oh,
out.
copy with it.
I'm a police officer.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay.
Are you though?
I'm getting close, guys, to being ready.
No worry, no rush. We still have like 18 minutes. I don't know what we're
Oh
gonna
my
do with all that
gosh.
time.
We're not gonna make it.
Stop whining.
That's what we're gonna fill the void with. Honored.
Good.
Oh, Paul. So just a reminder, the outro is a little different. I think I
Yeah.
caught all the differences because I had to copy over Francisco and his tragic mortality. Ashley, hello. Yeah. Everything's tragic. I hate everything.
Francisco hates everything. Yeah, if it's the same one that's at the end of the notes, I got it.
Okay. Yeah.
'Cause I know sometimes you like to go
Aloha.
off
Ashley
script.
says, "Oh my gosh." Paul, yes, Baba. Let's see. And then Cellcast says, "Fun fact: Liar Liar was the first Jim Carrey movie I watched besides Batman Forever." What? Really? That's nuts, Cellcast. I assume
I'm
that's
not
Drew.
sure which one. I'm not sure which one I saw first.
Oh, okay.
I'm old. I can't remember that.
Let's
If you're
see.
old, then it's probably Ace Ventura.
So you say you're old. I'm
I'm
gonna
old.
take a guess at your age. Let's see.
Oh no, here it comes.
Well, I don't think
I'm
you're older
gonna
than
say
Paul. And
younger
Paul
than
is
40.
40. Paul, you're 40. You're gonna turn 43 this year,
I don't remember. That's how old I am.
or 44? No, you can't be 44. You might.
No,
be
I don't
44, 'cause
think
I'm turning
so.
40 this year.
So I might be 44. It's not 45. I thought I was turning 45 this year, honestly, and it turns out I'm not. So it's either 43 or 44.
You're born in 77, right?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, you'll be turning 44
There we go.
because 7 plus 4 is 11. Anyway, so I don't think you're as old as Paul. I'm gonna turn 40. I'm gonna guess we're about the same age, Josh. So I'm gonna say 38.
Wrong.
Okay, let me guess again. You're 60.
You are double my
Close.
age.
I'm double your age, so
No,
you're 20.
what you just guessed is double my age.
30.
Oh,
That's
you're
just-
30.
I'm 30.
Oh, okay. You're old?
I call myself. I feel old.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're only
I mean,
as old
that's
as you
fair.
feel.
That's fair. Let's see. And Ashley says, also aloha. Fun fact, says Babo, Retro Rewind podcast was almost called Francisco Hates Everything.
It's actually an evolving title. It's going to eventually get there.
Hey, Starbucks. It's not going to get to that point. Okay. I'm going to not be able to hear you guys for a second, so hold on.
Oh, good. Now we can really talk. I wonder how he's...
I can hear you again, by the way.
Oh.
Paul.
Oh, that was only for a second.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I said. Will you call me a liar?
Yeah. Hey, Kevin. Not everybody's a fan of the interrupting, so...
Let's see. If you're only as old as you feel, then I'm 5. Nice. I'll be 35, says Ashley. Oof. Oh, man, Ashley.
I can't
That's okay,
help
though.
that we're
35 's
stuck in this
fine.
elevator. They won't open up.
No, I think all you guys, I mean, I still feel young. And like, I think Paul said, it's about how you feel. So
feel
that's actually, yeah. Why don't you guys put in the chat how old you feel? So if it's really old, fine. If it's really young, like Drew, then go with that.
Well, that depends. Do you mean how do I feel physically or mentally?
Mentally,
Or
I
emotionally.
mean, oh my gosh.
Emotionally, I'm like...
Average all your
8.
aspects.
Oh man, that's math.
Yeah.
That's math, exactly.
Old enough. I feel too old. Let's put it that way,
I gotta
physically.
go this way. So
That's
I'm
why I
following
got to
the
visit the
left,
Dr. Pepper for some
you're on the
energy.
right,
The doctor prescribed some
Dr. Pepper.
some pepper.
Okay. I'm gonna start going through the checklist. Paul, can you give me an IO check? What did you do today?
I'm wondering if I should push this button or not, just to mess with you.
It's not a tumor.
Now, do you want me to keep talking, or you got it?
I think that's fine. There's
You
a little
sure
bit
about
of
that?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's not true.
there's a little bit of like distortion, but once I get
You
your
know
audio,
what?
it'll be gone.
I know. Just do you hear like a little hiss? Because I
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
pre-recording on Audacity, and I could hear, and I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the fan from the laptop, because there's nothing else going on in here. I don't know.
Hold on, let me boost you on my.
Let
so I
me
can hear
let
it.
me mute my mic.
Yeah.
And
Did you mute it? Oh,
yeah. Did you hear anything?
I still hear you, so you're not muted.
No, but okay, fine. I'm gonna mute now. And now I unmuted.
I didn't notice a difference.
Okay.
Um,
She's very upset. She thinks I broke the elevator, and that's why we're stuck in here. It's not my fault. I keep telling. I don't know why she doesn't believe me.
Just because you pushed all the buttons doesn't mean it's your fault.
Yeah. Right.
You know what? That was only part of it. I was also jumping up and down on an elevator while it was moving.
That's fair.
And seriously, I got stuck in an elevator in Las Vegas doing that once, so I don't recommend doing that.
Let's see. Actually, I definitely don't feel 34. I'm told I look a little younger than I actually am. Okay. Star Fox, Elevator Girl looks upset with Paul. Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't she be? And then actually, Elevator Girl has daggers in her eyes. Ching! Oh, well, that's interesting because Jim Carrey has daggers in his eyes for. Oh no, that's. I was gonna say Mask, but no, that's.
But that's
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's Judge.
And that wasn't even Jim Carrey.
I know, Josh, leave me alone. If I get married, I'm gonna get that look a lot, says Papa.
You probably are gonna get that look a lot while trying to get married, like looking around.
There you go. Let's see. Josh, can you talk? Just tell me about your day.
Okay. Went to get a haircut. Went to Walmart. Got some fun movies.
That's good. We're good now. Do you have your likes down to 2 likes and a classic maker, 2 dislikes and a tragic maker?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And Paul, you got check. Do you have a spiritual speculation topic, Josh?
I think so.
Okay, good. I don't.
That was the.
I do. It's the same one that I always have when it comes to this particular topic.
When's the millennium going to happen? No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Probably while I'm stuck here in this elevator.
Wow.
I don't know why she's upset. I only gave her a compliment.
I wanted to do the whole run. I'm like, that's really not appropriate.
No, it's not family friendly. So keep it like that.
Is Edna Mode prepared for tonight? I don't know, actually.
She has to be prepared for the weekend.
I guess. D. Tungsten, I suppose they look a lot younger than I am. Oh, really? Interesting. I look a lot older than I am. Or, well, 9 more. I think I used to. Josh got a haircut so he'd look good on the pocket. Well, yeah, I mean, he prepares for these high-class establishment podcasts like ours.
Well, yeah. it was part of it.
Just kidding, Drew. Oh, that was part of it? Oh, really? Oh,
I did. I wanted to make sure I got the haircut before the podcast. I also just really needed one. But
totally fair.
I did want to look nice.
Yeah, and I let this green screen effect just cut my hair.
Let's see. Star Fox says, "Me too, Bobo," about the eye. Again, that dagger look eyes. Ashley says, "Oh, at y'all. I need to start practicing that look." Yeah, get to it, Ashley. Should I movie phone for you? Then you get lots of good practice.
Oh, good predictions. We should have. That's a good idea, Ashley. How people can predict how many times Edna is going to come on tonight. We should have a counter, an Edna Mode counter at the bottom corner somewhere. Got some more work for you to do on Friday nights.
Let me write that down, yeah, because otherwise I'll forget.
See, if you want to get her to have the daggers in her eyes, just do the movie phone while talking about how awesome pineapple pizza is.
Yes. If you like pineapple pizza, press 1.
Okay, she doesn't like that.
If you don't like pineapple pizza, get off the line. I'm gonna say 8 Ednas tonight. We can't break the last recordings record. We'll see. Bob says, I imagine getting the dagger eye look from her a lot during recordings. 10 Edna. You guys, can you stop it with your? I don't need this type of pressure.
What do you know about
pressure? Where's that from?
Ace Ventura.
Oh, it is? Which part?
Well, I have kissed a man.
Oh, right. Oh, that's Einhorn that says that. That's right. I was thinking Ace said that. I got that. That's off.
Don't worry. Everything is under control.
That's great. Why do I have spiritual speculations twice? That's weird.
To really make sure.
Apparently. Josh, if you can bring up on Discord the little oath that we have people that are new to the show.
We have an oath.
We do.
Yeah, Toby, you gotta take the oath.
I knew you were
Josh?
gonna play that.
Put your hand on your head and close your eyes.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll record it
All right,
just on my end.
It is loading.
It's okay. Take your time.
Where to go?
By the way, I'm wearing this shirt that
there
was
it is.
inspired by Celeste in her Geek Devotions devotion episode today. So check out Geek Devotions at YouTube.
Or
Okay.
youtube.com/Geek Devotions. You ready?
I'm ready.
Anytime.
I, Josh Adams, give permission to Francisco Ruiz and the Retro Rewind podcast to use my voice and vocal commentary recorded within the Retro Rewind podcast in any past, present, and future recordings of the Retro Rewind podcast, and in any and all media in perpetuity without any restrictions and with no expectation to receive compensation now or in the future as it relates to any past, present, and future recordings of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Very good.
You
Awesome.
got perpetuity.
I'm
there.
giving a steely-eyed look. I'm giving my own daggers look to what Ashley just said. So.
Why? It won't. Oh wait, what did she say? It'll be hard not to wear a certain shirt I just ordered today. Nice.
Well,
Gotta
I'm still
support the
waiting.
team.
I'm still waiting on the other team shirt.
I know. I got it. El Presidente is behind. I'm hoping to work on it soon.
You should make like a sports jersey that has like the numbers and the like.
Here's the thought, and
Yeah.
actually, this is something where I'd have to get
I don't know if anyone would buy
help
it
with
though.
this. No, well, I think you can put it back on those, and if people want custom ones, like with a number, like I give a random number and a name,
Bobo
we
is
could-
42.
we might. Yeah, of course, Bobo's 42, but we could do that, or maybe if they've been on the show a certain number of times, it could be that number. I don't know. But,
Oh yeah, you can't come on the show anymore. You don't want to ruin your number. Sorry, it was a joke.
Oh my gosh, Paul. So that's my idea. Actually, I might coordinate with you about that, but that's a logistical hurdle that I don't know if I can tackle at this moment. Anyway,
Well, no, you have a podcast to record, not this moment.
really, thanks, Paul. I ordered
there for you,
my
pal.
tea. Thanks, I appreciate it. My tea, but I wanted classic tea so I could get the 3XL. Nice, Cellcast. Yeah, I'm bummed that the baseball tee doesn't come in bigger sizes. That's really frustrating.
No, it is not true.
Thank you, Ashley.
It's almost like they don't think bigger people play baseball.
Right? Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
Red Bubble, Star Fox 2. Good to have a backup, Ashley.
yeah.
Like two shirts. You don't need two teams.
One's in the wash. While you're washing one, you can wear the other.
Okay, so let's go ahead, guys. I think I've gone through everything.
What? We're about to start?
Yeah. I
Wow,
think so.
we're a little
but
bit ahead of the game.
Let's go ahead and hit recordings when I say Mark.
Oh,
So-
who's Mark?
One of the apostles. 5.
Oh,
4.
wait. I'm not ready. No. I have to close the old one. Sorry. Usually I'm not as whiny, but okay, I'm ready now.
Okay, that's good. 4. 3,
Wait for it.
2, 1. Mark. Okay, let me know when everyone's recording.
I am
I'm
recording.
It's only recording your audio. You're not seeing like it go as I'm talking, Josh.
No, sir. Only me.
Awesome,
Oh,
fantastic.
wow. I see little bumps whenever I move like forward or backwards. So
Oh, on your green screen,
yeah.
pseudo green screen, yeah.
No.
Mark, why
I'm
not
on the
Paul?
WAV file. That's not good.
Oh, that's because that's your chair creaking, probably, or you moving against.
Yeah,
this moving.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have to
So-
stop moving around again.
Oh, maybe you actually get a
See,
mic
the whole
stand.
point.
A mic stand.
I know, right? Can't give up the toilet mic.
No,
Too many
okay,
fans.
you know what you could do with it, Paul? You could get a shock mount for the
Yeah.
toilet mic. Then
I
you
saw
won't have
that and I was trying to figure out how to make that work, and then it was just too like no, I just get a boom arm. You know?
Who's Mark? You know who Mark is, Ashley? Maybe I don't know. Oh hi, Paul.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, that's
Oh hi,
what you guys-
Bobo.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're recording, Tungsten.
I did
That's
not hit
fantastic.
her. I did
Gosh,
not. No matter what
I've
she
never
says or looks like.
I've never seen that movie, but I know what that reference is in reference to. Anyway, Get your Edna bets in now. Yes, you have
Yes,
five
place your
more,
bet.
like 10 more seconds to get your Edna bets in. For how many Edna modes you think
weird.
there'll be?
I think there's only going to be 2.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate the confidence. Was that? That wasn't Three Ninjas. What was
No,
that?
that was Karate Kid.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we haven't covered Three Ninjas yet. So
Did you get that little sound, the sound effects break at the end, Paul? Did you see my assignment of that to you?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, just wanted to
Darn
double
it.
check
I missed a good Arnold.
that. All right, then here we go, guys.
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you're ready.
All right, now I got to get serious. Hold on, I'll be back. All right. Oh, yeah, sorry. If I can follow directions, it might go
It
well.
helps. It helps.
Yeah.
So yeah, you start out as softball whenever you're ready.
All right. You want to play hardball? I'm game.
I'm game. Right after this, I did not like that at all.
You want me to-
Yeah, do yours again.
Do I want to? Do you want to use my regular
That does not
voice?
count as the end of mode. I not because it's not in breaking. We're just gonna.
All right, folks. If this part is not in
doesn't
Edna mode, then
count.
it doesn't count. But if it is in Edna mode, it does count. We all know it's going to be in Edna mode. So just
Okay.
breathe. You want me to be like the woman or just my normal voice?
No, I like that. I like that. I'm trying to be like him. So yeah, by all means. Yeah, exactly.
You want to play hardball? I'm game.
You want to be hardball? I'm game. Right after I listen to this episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Reflux capacitor, fluxing, crew, to stations, scanning for Liar Liar 1997. Prepare to rewind in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, rewinders and new listeners, to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I'm your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz, and I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the master interrupter lawyer Powers.
And I have something for you. It's the claw. Oh, you like the claw. You're scared of the claw.
Also, for this discussion of the film Liar Liar, we welcome aboard a major fan of pro wrestling, Batman, Power Rangers, and Pokemon. We choose you, Josh Adams. Welcome, Josh.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. And now that you have a quick flyby of who we are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for Liar Liar?
Wow, we're to this part already. That was quick. Okay, sure. Liar Liar was released March 21st in 1997. So we're almost on an anniversary episode here.
Mm-hmm.
It runs an hour and 26 minutes and is rated PG-13. I was disappointed when the Imagine symbol came on. It was not directed by Ron Howard, but it was happened to be directed by Tom Shadyac, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Anyway,
he's the director that directed like Ace Ventura and
I
don't know if it's The Mask, but a lot of Jim Bruce Almighty. He's done a lot of Jim Carrey movies.
So him and Jim know each other. Okay.
Apparently, yeah.
It was written by Paul Guay and Stephen Mazur. Oh well. Lead stars is Jim Carrey, Mara Tierney, and Amanda Donahoe. See, they don't have to be Asians for me to mess it up, those names. But and the music was composed by John Debney. Are you ready for the box office trivia game?
I am ready. Josh, are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Chat,
all right.
you ready? Here we go.
Liar Liar was made for about $45 million. Really? Where did all that go? Probably to
I
Jim's
wonder.
pocket. And it went on to earn over $302 million at the
Holy
box office
moly.
worldwide. Non-inflated.
Non-inflated. Wow.
So, given this and the fact that it was released theatrically in 1997, how high do you think it ranks among the top 100 movies of 1997? Remember, this is a comedy, but
it is a comedy. But 302 and 97. Josh, what's your guess?
I'm gonna guess 25.
25, strong. I assume Bobo guesses 42. Yes, of course he does. Let's see.
One for him last
guesses in chat. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Alex guesses 4. Ashley guesses 24. Cellcast guesses 100. Really? That low? Wow. Okay. Let's see. Any other guesses? Star Fox guesses 20. D Tungsten says in the top 10. John says 7. So a lot across the board. I'm honestly gonna guess 5. I think it's really, really high.
Wow, so close, but John hit it right on the head. Number 7.
Oh, 7. Wow. Congrats, John. Wow, yeah. 7. That's so high for a comedy. Wow.
Yeah.
You see, I should get points because my guess adds up to 7.
There you go. 2 plus 5, 25.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. Oh, okay.
Of course. Yeah. It was numerology. I just wasn't reading the tea leaves. I get it. Okay, Josh. Thank you. Oh, wait. I think you're lying, Josh. Apropos, I see. Thank you for those factoids, Paul. And let's see if any of them factor into our memory mind meld or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we'll get into once Alice has located our target film.
Alert. Approaching target. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
Your wish came true.
You mean you have to tell the truth?
And Fletcher Reed has to tell the truth.
What's your case?
Even if it kills him.
Your mother called. Are you still on vacation?
No.
Then you're here?
Yes! I can't lie!
You look like you're having a rough morning.
Ding, ding, ding! What do we have for her, Johnny? Jim Carrey, Liar, Liar. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, March 21st.
Oh my goodness. Well, that commercial definitely brings back some memories about Liar Liar, but to give you some context for the things we collectively remembered most before our rewatch, here's your memory mind meld synopsis for Liar Liar. Ace Ventura is a lawyer who lies about everything, and you can tell Jim Carrey loves his son even if he can't help but lie to him. That is until his son, who makes the most punchable face ever when teased about having a girlfriend, wishes that Ace can't lie for a whole day. All hijinks breaks loose as Fire Marshal Bill has to figure out how to tell the truth to everyone he lies to while beating himself up in the restroom. Truman shows that he that he can still win a big case by telling the truth, and all the kid wants is rollerblades. I mean, some of that was spot on, but some of it was decepted. Based on those memories, though, as somewhat flawed as they were, what rating did they lead you to predict for this film before rewatching it? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? Josh, what was your prediction for this film?
My prediction was classic.
Classic. Paul, how about you?
I predicted classic as well.
Oh, okay. For me, classic, of course. I remember fondly thinking of this movie, so definitely.
Yeah, I was classic. A little bit trepidatious predicting classic after last episodes of Homeward Bound because I had high expectations of that, and you can listen for that.
I mean, yeah, they're great. Totally met expectations, or did they? Am I lying right now? Who knows? Let's see. It'll be interesting to see if those predictions come true. But first, let's get into our discussion of the things we liked most about Liar Liar. Let's spin up our
Best 3.
All right. So the top 3 things we liked, and let's start with our guest, Josh. What's something you enjoyed about Liar Liar?
Okay. Something I enjoyed about this movie is just how quotable it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many quotes that, like, especially right after you watch it, you're going to find yourself saying some of the stuff like the next week. Because some of the stuff just sticks in your mind And I don't know if it's the writing or just how well Jim Carrey delivered the lines, but regardless.
Break. Children to your divorce. Sympathy. It's working. Feel sorry for them already. Yeah, I've had better, says D. Tungsten. I've had better. Oh, gosh. Paul, the quotable lines was certainly a like for me. I'm curious if that made your like list as well.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Just because I already quoted it when in my introduction, and I had totally forgotten that Carrie Elways was in this movie.
Really, you had? Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was such a delight to see him again, and even though he's not like a swashbuckling hero or anything, but I just thought he added such a different dynamic that made the story more interesting. So it was good to see him again in this role.
It's too fast. We're moving too fast. Whatever it is, we can work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great counterpoint to Jim Carrey, for sure.
Yeah. Talk about opposites.
Right? Totally. Oh, my goodness. So Carrey Elways was one of your other likes. Let's go back to you, Josh. What's something else you enjoyed about Liar, Liar? And don't lie to me. Don't do it.
I'll try my best. I can't because my little cousin made a wish last night that I couldn't lie.
Oh, well, perfect. Okay.
Wow, you are a terrible person for him to do that.
I know, right? The funny part is I've never even met him. It's crazy. One of my favorite things is that, through this experience of, going through all this, not being able to lie and all that, really made Fletcher realize how much he loves his son.
Yeah.
And that he truly does care for him more than he likes his job or anything else. It made him realize that even though he's a compulsive liar and he knows that he lies all the time, and he may have thought that he was lying whenever he would say he cared about his son, the fact that he was still able to say it under the whole only being able to tell the truth made him realize, oh, wow, I actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It has heart there with the comedy, which is not often found in films.
This truth stuff is kind of cool. But, you know what? Mine sort of dovetailed into that one, Josh, because I thought that the emotional pain that Max, played by a great child actor, except for his punchable faces, Justin Cooper, I thought he, excuse me, did such a good job of showing the emotional pain that he was having when he is disappointed. I was really taken with that.
Yeah,
like, wow, you're really giving it to me, kid. I could tell that you're. I don't know if
see the heartbreak.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if he's experienced this in real life. I hope not, but it was very palatable how, or not palatable. That's the wrong word. It just tasted so good how his pain. No, it was very
palpable.
Isn't that the way? Isn't that what you said?
You said palatable.
Palpable.
Either way.
No, you're right. Either way, whatever metaphor you want to use, insert here. I thought that was really great. That emotional.
Is so weird because that is also my second like.
What
the kid actor Justin Cooper. I just thought I agree. But I was impressed by his range. Not only did he show great disappointment, but like when he gets really excited. And to me, when watching him, I feel like I believe like he is these things, like he's excited or he's disappointed. He's not like most kid actors that age. So I thought he was able to deliver that and ground the movie really well.
Absolutely. Now, but I mean, you guys gotta agree with me, right? When he says, or maybe call one of your when Jim Carrey says, you maybe call one of your girlfriends, and he goes like this. I'm like, get out of my face right now.
No, I don't support child abuse. Sorry.
I'm not saying you actually hit him, but the face he makes, it's so
Let's just say
annoying.
that if an adult made that face to me, I might want to hit them.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Josh. Thank you for agreeing with me in that regard. Because, man. But this is in the dislike section. We're just like blazing through so fast our likes that I gotta pad this a little bit. You know what, but guys, let's get to our classic makers. The things and maybe we'll spend a little bit more time here. The things we loved most about this film. Paul, why didn't you kick us off?
I'm not going to spend much time on this because it's Jim Carrey. I
Dang
just
it,
love
that's
love watching him, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys might want to elaborate more on that. So
Yeah. Well, Josh, go ahead. Was Jim Carrey your classic maker or something else?
Yeah, my classic maker was I have written down as exactly Jim Carrey's comedic brilliance.
yes,
There you
Just
go.
he's so good at being able to perform perfect comedy even without speaking. Just the facial expressions he makes, the physical comedy. And it led to one of my favorite lines when Max asks him after realizing he can't lie. He's like, "If I make this face, will it stick that way?" And he just goes like, "No. In fact, some people make a living off that."
Yeah, which
It's just like a.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like it's talking about himself, which I never got until I read the IMDb trivia about that. I'm like, oh, that's what he means.
Come on, Francisco, it's right there.
Yeah, it's like I thought it was a deeper meaning, so I was like, what does it really mean? And so I just surfaced
talking about himself, Jim Carrey, the guy who's playing Fletcher.
Oh my god,
breaking the fourth wall, which you sometimes like and
I
sometimes
do. I know. I always like it. I just don't like some movies, quote unquote, that surround the best moment of fourth wall breaking. We won't go there. That's like joke 7 years old. You don't have to bring it up. To expand on this though, guys, I in particular, like Jim Carrey, yes, in particular for me was his facial comedy, just like all the like I appreciate his ability to, and he does this in a lot of his movies, his control over his face to do the things that it does is just so remarkable. And it just, definitely brings his comedic prowess up to another level that a lot of people don't have.
Old rubber face.
To kind of, to me, one of the best scenes is the scene where he's first really testing out how much he's unable to lie with the pen.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he made it almost believable that his arm had a mind of its own.
Write it or break it off.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. And then that just turns on me. He's like, fine. It's just so believable. And I don't know how. I think he commits to it so much that it makes it work.
It almost makes you wonder if he actually hurt himself while beating himself up in the restroom.
Well, apparently what I read was they didn't have to Foley any of that. All the sound they were able to use because he was actually doing that. So that's impressive. Yeah, I know. It's nuts. Well, any other bonus likes any of us have that we want to comment on?
One that did almost make my list was Paul's first one with Carrey Elwes.
Carrey Elwes, yeah.
Elwes, yeah. Seeing him in anything is always awesome.
Yes.
Always a treat. Such a good actor.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Paul's like, maybe.
I'll have more to say about that during our trivia time.
All right. Oh, well, trivia. Well, Paul, you know what? I would get to trivia, but there's one more thing I forgot I liked.
What? Really?
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it?
I would say no, but then I'd be lying.
Strangers and Aliens. This is Strangers and Aliens is a conversational podcast and blog that explores the relationship between God and man through the lens of speculative and imaginative fiction. Join Ben Avery, Dr. Jace O'Neill, and Steve McDonald, a trio of Christians who are both fans and creators of story, in their conversation about the intersection of faith and imagination. Find them at strangersandaliens.com.
Yeah, so what does that have to do with Liar Liar?
I don't know. I had to pick one of them, and I was just like, well, I haven't done Strangers and Aliens for a while. How about this?
Liar!
A stranger, you don't know if they're lying to you or not because you don't know them very well.
Well, you need to work on discernment.
But what about the alien?
Yeah.
Well, because
if it's being truthful about being an alien, then this is weird. Let's just go on to trivia.
Guys. Okay, I fail. Yes, I agree. Let's go to trivia. Okay, here's your trivia.
Okay, good.
It's funny that you mentioned Carrey Elwes, Josh, because did you all realize that Carrey Elways claims this, that people still come up to him all the time to do his version of the claw, the thing that Paul did at the beginning. It's the claw gonna get you. So my question to you guys is, what is your favorite non-Princess Bride Carrey Elways role? And bonus points if it's also not Robin Hood Men in Tights, but if you pick that, that's fine. So I'll start with Paul. He seems like he has one in mind.
And this is hard for me because I'm not going to get the bonus points because it is Robin Hood.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Princess Bride is my favorite. Robin Hood's my second, and this is my third one. I so much like to see, and this is where I disagree with darn it, I had to.
Josh.
Thank you. Sorry, Josh. I forgot your name. And Francisco won't put the names up for me to remember. That's fine. And welcome, Edna. Anyway.
Dang, Paul, why'd you guys? I was just gonna like. I won't say anything. I'll just
just leave it in there. Just leave it in.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna leave it in. I have to now. Her name has been evoked, and so once evoked, I have to do it.
Okay. So
whenever you're ready.
All right, this is really gonna make me look bad. What's the name again? Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. Right?
Josh. Oh,
okay.
Is
Josh.
it not show up because I have the captions things? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I should know our
That's
guest
so
host's
weird.
name. That's only something that's like that's polite. Sorry,
Well,
Josh.
no,
We only met tonight, so
It's all right.
If you want to call him Real RK, then that RKO. That
Oh, you're
probably
Real
works too.
RK.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I'm Real RK. Yeah.
Okay.
And also Kaylin in the
Yeah, I'm also
Discord.
Kaylin on the Discord.
What,
Okay.
By the way, since we're in edit mode, what's the story behind Kaylin? Is that another wrestler? Or something?
Kaylin in Trary is the name of one of my D&D characters.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I have it on that because we use it on Discord.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay.
Did you know that? I didn't know. Okay. Sorry, I can't totally ignore her. But
I think she's mad at you about something else.
Yeah. Well, you know how,
Something about jugs, I think, where you like toting water somewhere.
some people just don't communicate well. Anyway.
Oh, okay, that's it.
It's because she didn't compliment her eyes. That's all it is.
Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
see.
But okay, so where was I? Okay, but as Josh was
So-
saying, there's no wrong. Okay, let me.
Okay,
So
okay.
good luck trying to stitch this together. So, but unlike what Josh was saying, I don't like hearing that Carrey Elwes in the IMDb is most known for his role in Saw, and I didn't
Really?
watch that. Yeah,
He was on.
Yeah, that's
he was
his-
on Saw.
Yeah, and I really wanted him to be a good guy in Stranger Things, but he is not that likable in the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he is in Stranger Things. Yeah,
he
and
plays
he's
the
not
mayor or
likable.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, but anyway, I tried to pick a favorite non Robin Hood movie, and I just can't because those just stand out so well for him in my head.
That's totally fair. How about you, Josh? Do you have one?
My favorite Carrey Elwes role outside of Princess Bride is actually not a movie.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
It is him playing Despero in Psych,
Oh,
the international
never
jewel
seen it.
thief,
Oh, really? That's cool.
and he does it so well.
is that a TV show?
It is
Yeah,
a TV
Psych.
show.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a TV
psych.
show.
Okay, I thought at first it was a video game, but okay.
Oh, psych. He's also been in an episode of Leverage. He was someone that I think they were trying to steal the spruce goose from or something, but regardless.
So Francisco, can you get bonus points? Do you have a favorite?
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna brag, but yes, I do. Outside of Princess Bride, I actually really appreciate him as I guess you call him the villain in Days of Thunder. He's sort of the opposing driver to Tom Cruise's Cole Trickle.
Yeah.
And he kind of played the same kind of role in Twister, but I didn't think he was as good in Twister.
Yeah, I
but-
saw it listed there, but he wasn't as memorable. I mean, he was forgettable in this role to me until I saw him again. But yeah, the character wasn't as fun.
Yeah. And then, so in chat, we have a T512X says Houston. I don't know if there's a movie called Houston that Carrey always is from, or if that's from someone
From
else.
the planet Houston.
Oh my gosh. Ashley says he's in an episode of Law and Order SVU as a lawyer for the mob. Oh, well, he likes him some villain roles, it would seem.
Yes, he does. He does the good guy so well, but then there's actors who like to play other things that people love.
That's fair. Well, guys,
it's great trivia, Francisco. That's what it is. It's my line.
All right, another Edna mode. There, you happy, guys? There's your
Yes.
2. Okay, no more, Francisco. You can do this. You can do this. Center yourself, Francisco. Hiya. Okay.
Great trivia, Francisco. And I have
Thank
the
you,
answer to our previous audience question, which again was, what animal do you want to see a superhero story about?
Oh, okay.
And so Bex from Redeemed Utaku wrote in, and this is usually Francisco's line. So I'll let him take care of that unless you want me to read it.
Sure, no, I'll go for it. She says, hey, fellas, I have an animal that would make a great superhero. The Australian Thailanky?
Okay, now she's just making up names.
Thylacine. I think it's thylacine. It was.
What does Johnny say? It's like, let's have something about real animals.
Instead of the honey badger, no, a real animal, Bert. I think it's Australian thylacine. It was the world's largest marsupial until it went extinct in the 1930s. The last one died in captivity, or did it? There have been rumors of a few still living in the unexplored bush of Tasmania. Many have sought to find it. None have succeeded. It goes by many names, such as Tasmanian tiger, due to its stripes on its back, and Tasmanian wolf, given its canine characteristics. Pretty cool, huh? I agree, Bex. That is very cool. Thanks for all you do to make your show one of my favorites. Well, thank you so much for that, Bex. That was very kind of you.
All right, now.
And you win a membership to our 4D fan club. So if you're ever here in stream, you'll get to use the cool on-screen commands and things like that. So thank you again for answering that trivia.
There's only 40 fans allowed, so you're one of them, and there's only 39.
Not 40, 4D, like fourth dimensional fans.
Oh, sorry. I have a problem thinking fourth dimension.
Okay, there we go.
All right, but anyway, let's get on to this episode's listener question. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Among the emergency response personnel in the airport scene of the movie Liar Liar, Jim Carrey can be seen dressed in his popular In Living Color character, Fire Marshal Bill. You can see him in the back at times, at timestamps 1 hour, 16 minutes, 54 seconds through 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 4 seconds. Let us know what is your favorite Jim Carrey role.
Ooh, good. And
he's had more than 2.
Well, what? No way. By the way, I will say I went through those timestamps. Like I found it, and so you're welcome if you want to see it too. It's very obvious if you know who Fire Marshal Bill is. You know what to look.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's from In Living Color, which is like Saturday Night Live back in the day. He was a member of the cast there, and Fire Marshal Bill was a character he liked to reprise.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So send your answers to who your favorite Jim Carrey role is to trivia@retrorewindpodcast.com by the time we record the next episode, which gives you usually a week and a couple days. But now that we have all had some trivial fun, let's find out what your memories were. Dang it!
4?
Just read the thing. No, that's just 3, I think. I think that's thing. 3.
5?
That's
Edna
that's 3.
All right. Okay, here we go with par. Or maybe we can make it par. Okay, you guys, you don't have to tell me a billion times that's 3.
No, they're telling me.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Thank you for telling Paul it's 3.
Yeah, even she knew.
Wow. And now that we have all had some trivial fun, let's find out what memories you, our awesome rewinders, had about Liar Liar. Kevin Joshua Burnham says, I still never saw this movie. Just bits and pieces. Why? Who knows?
Aaron Wallace says, I went and saw this in theaters, and we missed big chunks of dialogue because everyone in the theater was laughing so hard.
No. Celeste Morris says, the pen is royal blue.
It is, apparently. Ashley Kronbitter is the quotability. Hey, I think we mentioned that. So many memorable ones that still make me chuckle simply by quoting it. Also, the blooper reel at the end credits. Yes, that was a bonus one. That
I forgot about that one. Yes, that's a great one. It was so good. I wish more movies would do that. It's so fun.
So Ashley goes on to say, there is one clip where Jim Carrey takes a piece of paper, crumbles it up, and then magically goes, to which he says, a goose.
I will say, to me, the best part of that blooper reel was the other lawyer looking him dead in the eye. Overactor.
Yeah, that was great. They're on to me. Let's see. Where are we? Steve Hamilton says, the pen is blue.
Dustin Warford says, this is probably the most quotable Jim Carrey movie ever, besides Dumb and Dumber. The pen is blue.
Negative.
The pen is blue.
Dumb and Dumber is not more quotable. I disagree.
Okay.
Just because I don't like the movie.
All right.
Anyway, Alex Ortiz says, the girl in the elevator, those eyes were beautiful. Heart eye emoji.
LJ Lowry says, they just let him run loose in this movie. One of my all-time favorites.
Matthew Cosby says, love this movie.
Jeff W. Eames left a gif of Mr. Allen laughing and wrote, beating himself up in the bathroom, bouncing around like a turkey in the courtroom, and convincing the judge for a bathroom break.
The Tip Touch podcast left a joy, joy tears emoji. And also, Reed Benson says, I remember this was the first Jim Carrey movie to be more or less equally loved by critics and regular filmgoers. And I can see why. Ace Ventura and the Mask were mostly slapstick, which tends to please the masses and not the critics, while The Cable Guy was artsier with more of the social commentary that critics enjoy. Liar Liar combined both to just the right degree to please all sides, I think.
Joe Morgan... Joe Morgan says, Royal Blue.
Indeed. Well, none. There were like no negative comments. I mean, I guess Kevin's like, he's never really seen it, but he doesn't know why in the bunch. So, so maybe there's nothing to dislike about this movie.
There's no such thing as a perfect movie.
Except for Princess Bride, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this Princess Bride, this is not. So let's spin up our
Worst three.
The worst three things about this film. And I'm going to go ahead and start us off because honestly, I feel bad for Carrey Elwes. I felt like he was so led on by I forget what's her name, Audrey in this film, played by Maura Tierney. I just hated it so much. I love you. Thank you. I'm like, oh man, it's so heart crushing and just so sad. And he's such a nice, sweet guy. And you love Max? I love Max. It fits.
So it's just hard to watch. It's not that it wasn't well written or.
Yeah. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. That's all. It's there's nothing poor in terms of technical quality about any of that. It's just
that kind of goes into my technicality. And here you have his ex-wife Audrey, who's divorced with a kid, and now I know everybody's different, but most single parents that I know with a kid are very hesitant or reluctant to get into a relationship, especially with a kid that young because of fatherment attachments and stuff like that to the new person. So I find it kind of hard to believe that she's semi-serious about him. Like, is she or isn't she? I mean, I find it kind of interesting, like, especially after being with him 7 months. Like,
I feel like you don't introduce that's like when she would start to introduce him to her son.
I found it kind of hard to believe that she's hesitant about marrying the dread pirate Magoo. Although him being that way, I could see why the hesitation. But would you be in a relationship that long? I mean, he is cute, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
he is an all-around good guy.
Yeah, he is totally.
Maybe he's just too bland for her. But then why would you be with him? Like, anyway, so
I don't know. I don't think we're privy to the psychology of her or him or anything like that. But I get where you're coming from, Paul. Josh, was it dislike you had surrounding Carrey Elways at all, or something else that you just didn't like?
I actually had to kind of stretch for some of my dislikes.
Oh, okay.
One is actually one that's more personal to me, and that's him like outright admitting he just doesn't want to speak to his mom.
Yeah.
As a person whose mom recently passed, that's just something I can't connect with, and
of course.
Like I said, there's different people, and it's hard to believe some of these. Yeah, and there are people that want nothing to do with their parents.
Well, especially when they insist on talking to me about Dad's bowel movements, size, color, frequency. I'll call you later. But yeah, I totally see what you're saying.
It's not like they had it didn't seem like they had a horrible relationship. Like he would never. Yeah.
But that's totally fair, Josh. And I as someone who's lost his mom, I totally can see that where you're coming from there. Let's go back to Paul. What's something else you disliked?
I find it really disingenuous towards the beginning of the film where the kid is laughing at everything his dad says. I mean,
that is that, huh?
All of a sudden, Jim starts, acting like a rapper, and he sings, "With my mind on my money, and my money on my mind," and the kid starts laughing, and I'm like, why are you finding? Why is a 6-year-old finding that funny? Or when he gets off the elevator and he says, 21st floor, men's underwear. I can get it if the kid has never met him and is like, oh, this guy's funny because he makes funny voices, But
are you my dad?
or if he was just a few years older and would actually get the jokes.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But this is someone who's been around this guy who's always making funny voices. So this should be old hat. So I don't understand, why. I think they're trying to use it as an audience to say, hey, audience, this is funny. Well, don't do that to me as an audience member, filmmakers.
Right. Let me determine what's funny.
Yeah, and let it make sense.
Exactly. That kind of, I'll let Josh go next, because was there anything about Jim Carrey's performance that didn't really land for you, Josh, or was something else sort of standing out as something you didn't like?
Something else that I didn't like was the language.
Oh,
really,
sure.
Really,
English
it's minor.
Language was just butchered in this.
Exactly, it was horrible. No,
I expect Shakespearean type English. Come on.
Especially compared by today's standards, I'll say that if this movie was made today, it probably would get like a high PG.
Right.
Rating.
It's kind of sad, but
or in the 80s.
Well, yes. Okay, Paul. Before there's PG-13.
No, I was thinking like Goonies, like right around that time. That's a lot of language.
I just felt
fair.
Like to me, it could have held up a bit better if they had left some of the language out, like especially the use of GD, which is that is one that bothers me. More than others,
It didn't make sense why he would call the pen a GD blue or a blue pen, because is the pen really damned by God? And if not, then how can he say that? It doesn't make sense. It's a flaw within the writing.
The pen does not have a soul, therefore.
It's illegal use of words.
In a way, though, he's damned because he's been cursed in a way. Isn't that
but
the same
the pen is not, and he was calling the pen that, and he's supposed to be speaking the truth.
So good point. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, loop or a plot hole. Come on now.
Yeah.
Technicality alert.
Exactly. Something that I didn't like, going back to Jim Carrey's performance as Fletcher, he was a lot less likable than I remember him being. I remember liking him more, or that he was a more likable character.
I found it odd how his ex-wife was willing to put up and smile and laugh at him so much at the beginning. Like here's someone
we have to know he's funny though, Paul. Don't you know that?
That's true. That's why I was like, are you pandering to me? But I think that, spoiler alert, she winds up back with him at the very end of the film. If she had hated him, or not hated him, but disliked him so much at the beginning, that would have felt more unbelievable. So I think it helps the story in that much. But yeah, what were you saying? Sorry.
I was
totally hijacked what you were saying.
That's fine. All I had to say was that he wasn't likable. I don't know. I think a lot of it happened in the beginning, and maybe that's just because they are trying to force it down our throat that he's funny. When I don't know why, because he is funny. Just give him the playground. It'll just go with it. So but a lot of what he was doing, a lot of the jokes or quips in the beginning were just like seemed just off. They weren't. Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to make sure he was funny and likable, but that didn't come across. But once we
didn't think he was funny in the beginning? It's kind of like you didn't think Jurassic Park was interesting in the beginning? It wasn't until you got to a certain point?
He was funny a bit. I don't know when it happened. I feel like the joke that started off the escalation of things being funny is the whole like, wow, that's a great image. Deleted when he sees
that's the beginning.
Exactly. And then after that, it's like, okay, now we're sort of off to the races. So
because before then he was just making funny voices like, we're gonna go wrestling with, snap into a slim
man
Jim.
must become a boy.
Well, he says Macho Man, Macho Man, Randy.
Mandy Savage,
Macho Man and Rick Rude.
Exactly. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's see. Josh, what's something else you didn't like? And then we'll get to our oh, wait. Dang it.
Oh, that was
5. Yeah.
Well, just so I hope that was not a 5 in vain. Did you already give me your 2 dislikes?
I already gave you the 2 dislikes.
Okay. So it's not in vain then, at least. It wasn't like I misremembered. I mean, I did misremember.
Right.
But okay. All right. So Edna mode, yes, 5 Edna modes. Okay. You guys
like the count from
we got 5. We can go to Subway.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. $5 Edna modes.
5 Edna footlongs.
Wow, guys. Now I want a sandwich. Anyway. Okay, so we did that one. Okay. End of Edna mode. 5 more and you win. Great. Thanks, guys. High 5 Edna. Oh my goodness, guys. Well, so where was I with that? So we just talked about
let's
his
go into our tragic
unlikability.
maker.
Yeah. So as much as I disliked or remember liking Fletcher more, and he was sort of unlikable, and the beginning wasn't really working. What's the thing that worked the least for you in this movie? What's your tragic maker for Liar Liar? Josh, take it away.
Okay, my tragic maker, and admittedly, again, this is kind of might be a stretch.
Sure.
But it's the reason that he missed Max's birthday party.
To have sex to become the partner? Sorry.
Yes, I wasn't going to say that because I wasn't sure.
Family-friendly tag, Paul.
Sorry, I didn't know that was a bad word.
I guess actually it's not really because God made sex.
Yeah,
true. Ask your
parents. He was trying, but yeah, I felt I get he had to miss the birthday party for the wish to come for Max to make the wish.
Yeah,
I just felt there could have been another reason.
That makes sense.
It's like because
that makes sense.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't make sense that the guy that does really love his son, and he truly loves his son and cares for his son, would do that over going to his son's party, which would make his son truly happy. It felt like it should have been the first case of where he really honestly couldn't.
Well, see, here's the thing. I would agree with you if it was only about sex, but he was trying to get in good with the partnership, and his career at that moment was the highest priority. I think that he had that above his son because he thought his son was going to be there forever. So he didn't have this like mindset.
That's true.
I actually am running out of time.
And then it sets up the joke I've had better, like right at the
exactly.
But I'm not saying it was worth it, but I understand what you were saying, Josh.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I think I would have loved if they would have come up with a different way to express that. I think that would have been way better. But it is what it is, and
Yeah,
and
they
that
made
makes you
300
a
million.
tragic maker. Totally fine. What was that, Paul?
And they made 300 million from it, so I don't think they feel bad about it.
For me, my tragic maker was, and this is kind of silly, but this is sort of one of those. It just didn't make sense to me. Almost like they hinged too much of the movie at the end on this. So he goes in to the bathroom. He's trying to think of what he can do, and he starts kicking his butt. Do you mind?
Yeah.
He just beats himself up. Why in the world, in a courtroom, in a what's it called, a courthouse, would this guy that comes in the bathroom not go report this to a what was happening with this guy who is obviously mentally unstable from his perspective?
I thought the same thing, but
a cop or something.
He could have been just a visitor, and he was like on his way out. And he's like, "Well, this is not my problem." There's a lot of things that happen. I forget. There is a social condition or whatever. It's what people will see, horrible, tragic things, or even like racism take place, but they won't say or do anything about it because it upsets the other balance. Yeah. And I forget what it's called, but if you were to ask them individually, it's like, no, I thought that was horrible or wrong. That shouldn't happen. Well, why didn't you say or do anything about it? They didn't have an answer. They were in shock or whatever. So
okay, I guess. I guess that makes sense. So
unfortunately, that happens in real life. But we're talking about movies, and you know what doesn't make sense to me? Thank you for asking, Francisco. My tragic maker is the ending itself, and I don't know if it's editing or I don't know if it's just plain over the top hijinks at the end when he's running to the airport and then there is no way he runs out into where all the planes are and he picks one. He sees that the plane that Max is on is not at the gate and there's all these planes out here and he goes, that's the one Max is on. And how would he know which one of all the planes that are out there, which one Max is on?
Maybe because it's pulling out of the terminal that he was told it was at.
That would have been a great shot to have, but they didn't have that.
They should have shown that, but that is the best explanation I can come up with.
And then all of a sudden, this plane is going, and he's chasing after. First of all, I don't know if those stairs on wheels can go on that fast, but they were able to.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. How is that going that fast, and how is he steering it? Like, how is it not going off kilter and stuff?
And the plane, and they're going for a while. Like he's
how long is that runway?
Exactly. I've been on runways and there's a, like when you're waiting to take off, there's a lot of stops and starts and it's not that long. Like you keep going and keep going. You'd either, if you're going to go that long, you're going to take off or you're going to stop and turn. And that whole, like I said, that whole scene just felt off. Now I know this is a fantasy movie where, wishes come true, but even in the world that they built, that seemed like, come on guys, what's going on here?
All right, that's fair. We have in chat, T512 says, Tragic Maker, alive falls into the truth window. Fletcher lies to his secretary when he says he would have got the burglar 20K. I think it's 10K. I would have got him 10.
It is 10K.
The secretary gets super mad and he says, wait, I didn't understand the question. So I'm not sure which part of that makes it your Tragic Maker, just that, like, is that not really a truth or is that a lie?
Well, because he obviously, I think he did understand the question, meaning.
I don't think he did.
All right, it's possible, yeah.
And
because I thought he was answering literally, and she was trying to find out, is there justice in that?
Yes.
And according to his mental capacity, justice is getting, filling the check boxes on his side, and maybe that's not true. So he's like, well, wait, maybe I didn't understand the question. That's how I took it. Of course, I'm trying to try to give the writers the benefit of the doubt, but I understand why. That's a questionable.
But when it comes to runways, no more benefit.
Forget it. No. Like this isn't Fast and the Furious with the longest runways ever. Come on.
My ability to follow your movie is take it off. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the plane. All right, guys.
Take off, eh?
Now that we've entered all our trajectories into the firing computer, Alice, do you have a firing solution for us?
Yes.
Firing solution complete. Rating salvo at the ready. On your mark.
And before we get to Final Rain, D Tungsten in chat, and he had put this in Facebook. I forgot to add it, but he has a fun anecdote that's related to that airport scene. He says, when I saw the movie in theater, Liar Liar, there's a part at the airport where some luggage gets smashed into, and I yelled out, so that's what happens when they lose your luggage at the airport, and it got a big laugh. So that's fun. I'm glad. That's always cool when you can like riff track in a theater and you get a laugh. That's like one of the best.
Oh, I
feelings.
hate it when it's not funny.
Oh, well,
It
yeah,
ruins-
but when it is, it's great.
It's not worth it. Just be quiet.
Oh gosh, how'd you really?
Sorry,
feel, Paul?
D-Tungsten. That's my anecdote.
Wow. Don't go to the movies with Paul, apparently. Even though I remember enjoying going to the movies with Paul. Regardless, this movie, what is our final rating of it? Do we rate it a classic? We'd recommend anyone go out and see it, whether or not they've seen it before. A nostalgic, it's worth your time rewatching if you enjoyed it as a kid or young adult. But if you've never seen it before, probably just pass on it. Or a tragic. It's not worth anyone's time. If you've never seen it before, keep it that way. And if you have seen it before, don't sully your good memories of it with a rewatch. So let's start with our guest, Josh. What's your final rating for Liar Liar? And don't lie to me about it.
My final rating for Liar Liar is that it is indeed a classic.
Classic, just like your
This,
prediction.
it's
okay.
just like my prediction. This is hands down my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah.
And I think it is some
really?
of his.
Wow.
I think it's some of his best work.
Yeah.
Both in the realms of the physical comedy, as I was saying during my likes, and in the way he delivers the lines and all that. Everything is just done with this perfect comedic timing. It's
So you like this more than the Truman Show?
Oh yeah.
You like this more than Man on the Moon?
Hold on.
I'm kidding.
I have never seen the Truman Show.
So yeah, he's got to like it more if he's never seen it. But I'll tell you what, I've seen the Truman Show, and I agree with you, Josh. This is Jim's best performance, in my opinion, as well. I agree with everything you said. It's why it's a classic for me.
What? Oh my gosh! Just like your prediction.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Where's your like combativeness? Why are you just rolling over, giving this a classic?
Hey, you told me to tell the truth.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I was trying to remember the Tina Turner line, like rolling down the river.
She's been on Thunderdome. That's where. I can't remember it, but regardless of whether I can remember that Tina Turner line or not, there's no such thing as a weaker sex, because this is a classic. That made no sense, but connect the dots. I'm sure you can figure out something. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this movie. This may also be my favorite Jim Carrey, at least his favorite comedic movie. We have Dapperman in chat says The Truman Show is his favorite Jim Carrey film, but that's more of a drama, a drama than a comedy. Ashley also says definitely a classic, Jim Carrey's finest. So lots of people preferring this. D Tungsten Mask is your favorite. Well, no one asked you, D Tungsten. Just kidding. But yeah, according to the Retro Rewind podcast, we rate Liar Liar a unanimous. It's been a while. A unanimous classic film. We'd recommend anyone go out and see this film, whether or not you've seen it before. But now it's time to get back to our own time. Good old 20XX.
20XX.
Comsat online. Receiving incoming transmission.
Ooh, it feels good to be back, but we wouldn't have been able to travel back to 1997 to begin with if it weren't for our amazing reflux capacitors, namely Jared Holzhauer, Deborah Powers, Brian Keating, Patrick Hicks, LJ Lowry, Chris Cowan, the Feeling Film Podcast, Chris Owens, Geek Devotions, the Untold Podcast, Mrs. Lomax, James Kennison, Drew of the Cellcast, Ashley Cronenbitter, Pastor Dewson, Kennethan, Redeemed Dutaku, Ryan Lingle, That's Our Bobo, Josh Adams, whoa, you're right here, D Tungsten, and Andy Lewis, in addition to 5 other patrons as well. Thank you all so much for keeping the gigawatts coming. And if you want to help keep us flying for as little as $1 a month and get bonus content for your generosity, head over to retrorewindpodcast.com/support to help us grow via Patreon, Subscribestar, or PayPal.
Hey Francisco, you remember the cartoon Cops? Yeah, I know you talked about that in some stream.
Yeah,
the cartoon. But do you remember the outro where he goes through the roll call and he goes through all the names at the end, like the credits? He goes roll call and he goes through all the cops' names and then all the crooks' names. But he goes in the different voice inflection and the way you go through the patrons reminds me of that. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cool. I'll have to seek that out. Very cool.
Yeah. And you
I didn't even know there was a cartoon of cops.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
C period, O period.
See, the show was so popular they made a cartoon of it. Wow.
It's different.
It's bad boys. What you gonna do when it comes to you? Oh wait, this just in.
This stream is sponsored by PaulJPowers.com.
And while we're thanking our supporters, we also want to give a big a truthful hug to Josh for supporting his thoughts about Liar Liar tonight. Josh, where can people find you online? Is there anything cool you'd like to share with us that you're doing?
Well, I barely stay on social. I barely check my social medias, honestly. But if you want to find me, I am RKO Stunner 619 on pretty much everything.
Awesome. Okay.
As for what I'm doing,
that people don't know. I mean, I know because you told me, but I didn't know before you told me.
RKO Stunner 619 are three of my favorite wrestling finishing moves.
Oh,
the RKO, the Stunner, and the 619.
Oh, I thought those were wrestlers, so I was still confused.
Wait, I have a question. Is wrestling fake?
It is scripted.
Yeah,
not fake.
The ones on TV.
No. In the Olympics.
Olympics.
Wait, no, you
yes.
asked the wrong question, Paul.
Sorry.
Is wrestling real? In the Olympics,
Yes.
On Channel 23, no.
Okay.
It's
all right.
There we go. But it is scripted. But they really do hit each other. And when I heard that wrestling was fake, I'm like, that looks like they're like really like hitting them, and they are. So there's nothing fake about being hit. Anyway,
as for what I do, it's the main thing I do these days. I'm a part of an online wrestling league called CWC.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it on the YouTube channel Alex Hollenbeck. HOLLENBECK.
Awesome. So what do you do? What is that about? Like
they virtually wrestle each other online.
Yeah, we have.
Is that what that is?
We have people. We've all made our own wrestlers on the game WWE 2K20.
Okay.
And they, some people play it competitively for their matches, person against person. But for some of us, we have the CPU or computer simulate the matches.
Oh, cool.
And our leader Alex posts those on his YouTube channel.
Oh, fun. Very, very cool. Awesome. I learn something new every day. Very cool.
Sex.
It's too late. Fine. 6. I have to, because if I didn't have to explain this, it wouldn't be a 6. See, here's the thing, Paul. I'm not going to take
dramatic pause for like 5 seconds.
Listen to me, XO. I'm not going to take a dead air and put that in edit mode. No one's going to want to listen to that in the blooper reel, so I don't count that.
Edit. So in case you're listening,
but it doesn't count as an edit mode because I'm going to take it out.
Okay, fine. Is that how we're establishing it?
Yes, that's how it establishes. But now that I have to explain it, it counts. Yeah.
It's a 6 with an asterisk.
Yes.
It would have been 5.
I like it, Josh. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Guess what?
Okay. We're almost there. Okay. Thank you again, Josh. And a hearty thanks to those of you listening for the first time. And of course, all of you who are part of the Rad Rewinder community, you all who watch us live every week, whether we are recording this podcast or I'm playing retro games, you are an amazing group of people helping sustain the pod. But if you're looking for ways to get involved growing this Retro Rewind endeavor, reach out to us on social media where we are at Retro Rewind Pod pretty much everywhere. You could buy some of our merch. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, become a monthly patron, or simply just share your favorite episode of the podcast with a friend so that more people can enjoy the content of the Retro Rewind Pod.
Hey, Francisco, you know when we have guests that are on like more than twice, like 3 or more, they become shipmen, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do we have any people in the role of pilots?
I guess not. I guess, because captains don't usually pilot the ships, huh?
No.
Usually we need a. Yeah. So I guess we've been on autopilot this whole time.
Well, there was one time where Jim Carrey actually wanted to be a pilot of the Retro Rewind
really?
pod. Yeah, and we let him do a test run, and it didn't turn out so well. So we got Jim Carrey on here. Hey, Jim, can you tell us why you're not a pilot for the Retro Rewind pod?
Here goes. I sped. I followed too closely. I ran a stop sign. I almost hit a Chevy. I sped some more. I failed to yield at a crosswalk. I changed lanes in the intersection. I changed lanes without signaling while running a red light and speeding.
Thanks, Jim.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Yeah. You just totally failed that test. Okay.
So, yeah, we're still looking for pilots.
Yeah,
Anyway, you've been listening to the Retro Rewind podcast.com/221, our review of Liar Liar with me as your XO, pauljpowers.com. You can find me online and all my social medias, links at pauljpowers.com.
Thank you, Paul, for being an amazing friend. This is no lie. You're an amazing friend.
Aw,
and
thanks.
It's awesome having another fun voyage of the pod with you. I have been and continue to be your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz. Find me on Twitter at FXRetro_, especially if you need pixel artwork commissioned.
And we've been commissioned to announce we are part of the Christian Geek Central network at ChristianGeekCentral.com. Captain, we are on final approach to base. Salvo at the ready has been granted.
Yes, thank you, XO, and thank you all for listening. We pray you are more joyful now than when you first hit play. But like a Pokemon, we gotta catch you all for King Kong versus Godzilla, our next episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
That one's next. Yes.
Retro Rewind mission complete. Proceed to nav point Omega and return to base.
Wow, that was a nice podcast. Deleted. Just check my email.
Awesome.
Check my email. Deleted.
Seriously, we sped through that. Holy moly. I guess if you agree on everything, it's kind of easy.
It's a good movie. Well, except for this one.
Oh, yeah. Man, Josh, thank you so much for coming on to talk about Liar with us. It was awesome.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure.
No, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Well, finally, we disagree on something.
Oh. Or we're just in a heated agreement. I'm not sure which one.
It could be both.
It could be both. Let's see. Just reading in chat before we're going to go dark here, guys, to do our bonus content. We're going to do Watch by Burn and then Spiritual Speculation.
But never seen by Burn.
Oh my gosh, Paul! Every time with
how
that
can
joke.
we watch by Burn?
You know what, Paul? Whatever. Let's see. Let's see. Dapperman says, favorite episode? It isn't 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's for sure. Wow. Thanks for that, Dapperman.
Well, some people might like the episode, even though they may not like the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dapperman.
I don't know.
And then he also says, Alice is just a program tool they use. Well, maybe.
Well, she's AI.
Yeah, she is AI. That's true. Let me guess. I'm not part of King Kong vs. Godzilla. No, because we're having the what's it? Nathan Marchand, who's like the kaiju of the kaiju movies, I guess we'll say, on But we will have you when we cover one of the
Sorry.
Godzilla movies. Dapper Man will have you on because I know you love Godzilla.
Yeah, sorry, Dapper. Sorry, Kevin. Maybe next
As she says,
time.
nice work, y'all. Fast forwarded episode. Yeah, fast forward insert.
There's a lot of Ednas in there. That's surprising.
Yeah. And then Dapper Man is crying. I'm sorry, Dapper Man.
Yeah,
what is
sorry.
this, Chick-fil-A? Oh, because we're so speedy. We'll be listening when the episode drops. Awesome, Ashley. Thank you.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be so speedy, I guess.
Yeah,
if we're Chick-fil-A.
And then Dapper Man gives a high five to Josh. Thanks, y'all. Have a lovely night, everyone. Thank you.
What's the high five
you
for?
too.
I missed that.
For doing a good job, I presume.
That's not true, but Dapper Man. People like Irish.
What?
I'm just saying. He
What?
says, it's true. Nobody likes Irish. No, that's not true. That's lies.
Exactly. In Braveheart, the
I like
Irishman
Irish.
is one of my favorite characters.
And what? What's one of your favorite characters? I was talking.
Irishman in Braveheart.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that film.
Another
on
movie
Netflix.
I've never seen.
You never see. I keep wanting to
I've
cover
never seen
Braveheart
Braveheart.
on the podcast. Maybe that should be my birthday episode. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know. You have to talk to Quigley.
oh my gosh, Paul. Let's see. No, Silcast says no. I was asking if it was Chick-fil-A because you'll kept making it was your pleasure. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, fine. I get it. I'm just
As you
like,
wish.
okay. Thank you.
Carrey
Dapper Man.
once said
Oh.
more than once.
All right. Well, we're gonna peace out, guys. Thank you so much. And will you guys join me in a stream phase, please? Oh, actually, let me pray.
Oh, that's
Pray a
even
second.
better.
And then stream phase. Lord God,
Yeah.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
tonight, for the conversation we had, for the conversation me, Josh, and Paul are going to continue to have. But thank you also for everyone who watched live here. I pray they all had a good evening, filled with fun and reminiscing about this movie. And for those that listen later down the road, may they enjoy it. May it bring some mirth to maybe an otherwise really rocky day. And just thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to talk about old movies and games sometimes. Really appreciate that. Lord, I pray protection and provision over all of us. And for those of us who have put our faith and trust in you, may we pursue you more and more each day. And for those of us who haven't, may they see your truth, grace, love, and beauty, and take another look at you there. Thank you for all these things. We pray these in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Amen. All right, so I guess we should daggers it up like this, like the one next to Paul, just like.
I don't think she liked praying.
You can't really see my dagger because of my glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should take my glasses off.
If I duck, she'll look at Francisco that way. I just
Stream face it, Paul. Come on, we're waiting here. Oh my gosh. Come on. Do it. Do the stream face.
Fine. You want a stream face? Here's your stream